Hi everyone, it's the day before Christmas and I'd like to greet each and every one of you a happy holidays. I hope that this holiday season is going to be filled with joy, love, and hope for all of us. Now, what I'm going to be doing today is I would really love to talk about these new products from Lisa Eldridge. It's her liquid Lurex liquid eyeshadows, and the main reason why I decided to talk about this now is because these are all like metallic colors, and I think it's a great product to use just to create a very nice look that you would wear during Christmas Eve celebrations. So aside from talking about these products individually, maybe let's create a nice Christmas Eve look towards the end of the video. So Lisa has been very busy this holiday season. She released a lot of new products, and her latest release are these liquid Lurex eyeshadows. Now, I only got three, mainly because I just also recently purchased a few liquid eyeshadows from Chanel, which I talked about in my Chanel Holiday 2021 video. So if you're interested, I'm going to put a link down in the description box for that so that you can go and check it out. Lisa's liquid Lurex eyeshadows come in a box like this, and the names of the eyeshadow is actually stamped at the top, and then at the back we can see the ingredients list, and it is also stated here that this is actually made in Italy and this has 2.8 mils of product inside, and this is good to use for 6 months. Now, the packaging of the liquid Lurex comes in a very nice plastic bottle like this, and it has a very nice golden cap. Her monogram is still seen here on the top. There's a sticker of a name of the product here at the bottom of the packaging, and I really like that the packaging comes in a clear bottle because we see the color of the eyeshadow from the get-go. Now, the lid comes with a screw top, and there is actually like a doe foot applicator at the very tip, and it's actually like a rectangular shape, and it's also flatter, so this in a way will really help in applying the product well onto the eyelid. So what I have here are 3 of the 5 liquid Lurex eyeshadows from Lisa. This is the color Bianca, Angelica, and Liza. Now, I didn't get the 2 other colors, the one that's called Diana and Lauren, mainly because Diana is a orangey gold color, and the main reason why I didn't get that is because I don't really work with a lot of blue eyes here in the Philippines, so that color will basically be unused in my kit. Now, the color Lauren is a very nice metallic gold color, and the main reason why I didn't get that is because I just got the Chanel Or Ambre from their holiday collection, so I already have a gold liquid eyeshadow, so I didn't need another gold liquid eyeshadow in my collection. Okay, so what I'm going to do now is I'm going to swatch these colors one by one, and let's get to know these liquid Lurex eyeshadows. Alright, so the first color that I have here is the one that's named Bianca, and I'm just going to swatch it straight from the doe foot. Ooh, look at the consistency of that. It's quite thick, and basing on how I see it, it doesn't have chunky glitters on it, which I truly appreciate because, you know, my eyes, if I look straight, my crease almost hits my lashes. So if I have any chunky glitters on my eyes, it's going to be painful. Alright, so I'm just, playing around with this eyeshadow, and I'm blending it out with this synthetic brush. And if you are someone who has never played with liquid eyeshadows before, and this is also the first time that I'm playing with this liquid eyeshadow, I'm just actually blending this out, sharing this out, and this is actually a great way of getting to know the personality of this liquid eyeshadow. Just it shows itself, and this gives you like an idea on the downtime or the playtime and on how fast the silicones evaporate and on how fast it dries down. So this just gives you an idea on how you can blend this out, or even on how you will apply this on your eyelids. Very interesting. So again, I think we need to work fast with this liquid eyeshadows from Lisa. But as you guys can see here, it's a very nice pink yet lavender color, very pretty, and it's very wearable. And this has a very nice brightening quality on the eyelid. Oh, very pretty. That's very nice. Very pretty. Alright, so the next color that we have here is the color Angelica. And again, I'm just going to swatch it here right beside the color Bianca. Ooh, and it has a very nice taupey shade to it. It has a very nice muted brown, but the color is also a bit golden. And to me, it looks like it's a nice, warm taupey tone, which is actually quite beautiful. Ooh, and I just love how it reflects. Like, I mean, it's not glittery, but it has a very nice metallic sheen to it, which is actually very pretty. Oh, very nice, very nice. This is a very universal color, in my opinion, I have to say. All right, and the other color that I have here is the one that's called Liza, which I think is from Liza Minnelli. And I'm just applying the doe foot applicator here, and I'm trying to blend it out already. And let me just try to spread this out. Ooh. Oh, wow. What an interesting shade. Well, it's not black, but it's almost like charcoal, but it's much more lighter and brighter. But I'm so surprised on how pigmented these eyeshadows are. And even if you shear it out, it doesn't really shear out very thinly. And it just, the pigments still really show through, like the underlying pigments of the eyeshadow just really show through. This is a very interesting formula, I do have to say, because because there are some liquid eyeshadows in the market right now that they just appear to be like, very sheer, and they don't have enough like color of or pigment in it. So like sometimes when you apply it on the eyes, and it just looks like shimmer. But with this one, aside from the fact that this has shimmer, this has a lot of pigments on it as well. That's very interesting. Alright, so for comparison, I have here my Chanel Ombre Premier Lac in Rose Quartz, and I'm just going to swatch it here right beside the color Bianca, so that we can just compare the consistency and the color and the formula. Alright, so this is Rose Quartz, and the Chanel eyeshadow here right beside Bianca looks like it has less shimmer than the liquid Lurex from Lisa Eldridge. And the Chanel actually dries down faster than the liquid Lurex eyeshadow. So at least we now know that we have more playtime with Lisa's liquid eyeshadows. And it doesn't have that high shine in comparison to Lisa's eyeshadows, which is quite a surprise for me, I have to say. But I still love the color of this Chanel Ombre Premier Lac. It's a very nice pinky tone to it, because right beside Bianca, we can see that Bianca has more lavender tones in it. So this Bianca color will look very well with people who have green eyes or like green undertone on their eyes. It will just like really make those eye color pop out. Okay, and I have here my Chanel Ombre Premier Lac in Or Noir, and I am going to swatch this right beside the color Liza, so we can just again see the difference and the comparison. Okay, so the Or Noir here from Chanel is more sheer, and they almost have the same tone in it, but the Liza Liquid Lyrics from Lisa has more silvery tones to it, while the Or Noir from Chanel is deeper but is not as pigmented. And the shimmer that I see here on the Or Noir, it has some gold notes on it, but truthfully when I swatched it on my eye, when I tried it out, the gold didn't really show up. It was more of a silvery tone. So I'm just shearing this out, and then let's just wait for it to dry out a little bit, just so that we can see the difference of these two formulas. Alright, so this has already dried down, and we can see that the Chanel Ombre Premier Lac actually is more sheer than the liquid Lurex eyeshadows of Lisa Eldridge. But the thing is, with the Chanel liquid eyeshadows, you can actually layer them to create a much more opaque finish. But if you're someone who prefers to have a much more stronger impact of color in one go, Lisa's eyeshadows offer more coverage per swipe of the doe foot applicator. Alright, so let's try this on the eyes now, and I'm going to start by using this color Angelica, and I'm going to use this all over my eyelid as a base. Now I'm just going to be using a synthetic brush for this, and I'm going to apply it generously all over my eyelid. Now I'm just using a flat synthetic eyeshadow brush for this, and I'm just patting it on. Oh, that's very easy to apply, and I love the color. Look at that. It's very liquidy. Now, Lurex, by the way, is a kind of metallic cloth, which is like the cousin of lame. So if there's some of you who are curious about the word Lurex, that's where it comes from. So it's a kind of like a synthetic cloth that has like, very nice metallic sheen to it. Alright, so now what I'm going to do is I'm going to get this brush and I'm just going to blend out the edges. I'm really surprised on the pigment, the underlying pigment of this liquid eyeshadow, because that's the main color that we actually see. And I think the shimmer colors are all the same, and it really like, adds very nice brightness into the eye. And just like that, it's a one and done eyeshadow color. Very pretty, very pretty. Okay, I'm going to do my other eye now. It's actually very easy to apply and also actually very easy to blend. So if you're someone who's scared of using liquid eyeshadows, don't be, because truthfully, cream eyeshadows are the most easiest eyeshadows to use. All it takes is courage and practice. Okay, and then blending it out now, and I'm just trying to create the shape that I want. The eyeshadow actually feels very cooling on the eyes. And one thing that I do have to say also is that I think you can actually layer this to intensify the color. So let me just do that here in the outer V part. So I'm just tapping it in. And the main reason why I'm tapping it in is because I would really try to avoid any fallout, because that's also one thing that I have experienced with liquid eyeshadows with a lot of shimmer and glitter in them. Like when after it has dried and then you use like windshield wiper motions, you actually disturb the glitter, and even though if they do set down, sometimes, especially if you're using a synthetic eyeshadow brush, when you do that very rigorous blending, you actually disturb the glitter and they start flying out. Alright, so that's a very nice color. So let me add some in my lower lash line now. Right now I'm just going to pick up some of the liquid Lurex here at the back of my hand with the brush that I used earlier when I wanted to blend out the edges, and I'm just going to continue blending out the edges and trying to soften it out. Now, one thing that I have observed with this liquid eyeshadows is that it is very comfortable on my eyes. And the main reason why I'm saying this is because, again, as I said before, there are some eyeshadows that have chunky glitter on them that makes my eyes feel very uncomfortable. But with this one, when I blink, I don't feel it. It feels very smooth, and it doesn't give my eyes this heavy sensation, because there are some liquid eyeshadows in the market that as soon as I put them on, and especially if they have a lot of glitter, it creates a lot of texture on my eyelid and it actually becomes very uncomfortable. But with this, it's very, very comfortable. I don't feel anything untowards it. And also one thing, sorry if I'm sounding very repetitive, that my crease actually almost hits my eyelid, so I lose all of the drama that we see here on my mobile lid. But when I start blinking, you can see that the light really reflects from my eyelid, and it just adds some brightness to it. So it just makes my eyes very awake and less sleepy and downturned. So this is a very nice formula. And also one other thing, the glitter is not overpowering at all. Okay, so now let me try the color Bianca. Now since this is a lighter shade, what I'm going to do with this is I'm just going to apply it here in the inner corner of my eye, just some sort of as a highlight. I really love colors like this pink yet lavender color. I think is very, very flattering on the eyes and even on the skin. especially for people who have like yellow undertones or green undertones like I do. This just like really helps elevate everything. All right, so now I'm going to try the color Liza, and I'm going to use this as some sort of a definer or like eyeliner of sorts on my upper lash line. So I'm just going to be gently using very light strokes. Very interesting. Okay, so what I'm going to do now is I'm going to get a smudger brush. Ooh, where's my smudger brush? And I'm just going to smudge it. And I don't think I can use this liquid eyeshadow as something that actually like, creates a very nice graphic eyeliner look. But although you can, but if you're just going to use it by itself, but if you're using this color Liza on top of other glittery eyeshadows, it's just going to become too shimmery. So I think I need to use like a very matte gel eyeliner on top of this, just so that it will define my eyes some more. Okay, and I'm going to use some of the color here on my lower lash line, especially here in that outer corner, just to open everything up. Okay, let me just sheer that out. Okay, so this Liza color actually does the job of adding depth, so at least that's good. That's very good on my book. Wow, the intensity and the coverage of these liquid Lurex eyeshadows is actually quite amazing, and they're actually very easy to work with. I know some of you are scared, but trust me, they are very easy to work with, and the dry down of this, it's not so fast that it actually gives you a lot of playtime just to blend everything out. So if you're a beginner, or if you're someone who's been very scared of liquid eyeshadows, I think these liquid Lurex eyeshadows from Lisa is a nice product to have because it's going to be very easy for you to work with. Okay, so now what I'm doing is I'm just shading out the color Liza here at the back of my hand, and I have here a very bushy blending brush. And what I want to do is I actually just want to add some depth here into my socket line, and I'm just using very soft windshield wiper motions just to add intensity and to help me build some shape. And the main reason why I'm like shearing out the eyeshadow before I'm applying it here on my eyes is because there's a certain point wherein when it almost dries down, you're actually able to build this very nice sheer color, because if you put down the liquid Lurex eyeshadows while it's still wet, it might create too much texture. But when you are able to shear it out a bit and catch it just before it dries down and to blend it, you're actually able to pick up the pigment very, very sheerly. And it's not forming any patchiness on my eyes at all, which is actually great, because that's sometimes like the worry with some people who don't use liquid eyeshadows. They're very scared of the patchiness. They're very scared on how difficult it is to work with. But truthfully, with this liquid Lurex eyeshadows from Lisa, it's very, very easy. Alright, so what I'm going to do now is I'm just going to add some powder eyeshadow because I just want to enhance and intensify this eye look some more. And I'm going to use this eyeshadow from NARS. I forgot the name of this. I'm just going to flash it there. And this is a very nice sooty brown color, which I think if we layer it with the Lisa color, this will just really bring out the intensity and the depth. And because this has gold flecks in it, it's going to be very cohesive as well. Okay, so I'm picking up this sooty eyeshadow again with gold flecks, and I'm just going to apply a little bit of that here on my lower lash line, the outer portion. And I'm just going to use this color just to create a much more cohesive and connected color between my lower lashes and my upper lash line. And lastly, I'm just going to apply some gel eyeliner all over my upper lash line. And to finish off the eye look, I'm just going to add some mascara. Ooh, this is also the first time that I'm using this mascara from Fenty. I have the tester size, and it's really creating a lot of volume on my lashes. It's also lifting it. I can feel it. Look at that. Oh my god. Nice mascara. Alright, so what I'm going to do now is I'm going to put on some foundation and some blush, and then I'll be right back. So I've had my foundation down and some blush and highlighter. Now, just a quick rundown. My foundation, I actually used three colors from Lisa Eldridge. And the main reason why is because my skin is getting lighter as, we get deeper into the holiday season. So I actually mixed in some of the number 16 and the number 15 and of the number 11, just so that, I still have my undertone, and it's just lightening up a bit as well because my skin, as I've said, is getting lighter. Now, I also concentrated a lot of the number 11, mixed in with a tinge of the number 15 in my under eye area just to help brighten up that area. So I didn't use any concealer today, and I also didn't use any powder. Now, for my blush, I did use this blush from Ilia, and it's just the color Waking Up. So it's a very gentle color, and the reason why I didn't use a very strong color is because I do not want the attention to be removed from the eyes. So just to complete this look, I'm gonna use some lip color now, and I'll be using this lip color also from Lisa, so it's new to me. So this is the color Velvet Fawn. So I showed this to you guys in my previous vlog, and it's a new addition into my lip kit, so I'm very excited to try this. And this has a very nice caramel color to it, which I think will work perfectly well for this look today. And this is a very nice warm tone to the lip color, and it's not too nude, which I really love, because sometimes, like, you lose the life of the lipstick when you have too much white pigments in it. And with this, it's very warm and it's very pretty, and I think it works very well with this eye look. Don't you think? It's a very, very nice color. Alright, this is my complete look. What do you guys think? Do you approve? Do you like it? Please let me know down in the comments box. Now, I do think that my eye look is a little bit too smoky for Christmas Eve celebrations, but why not? It's a very nice color, and truthfully, if I do have a lot of shimmer eyeshadow on my eyes, I do really need to add some matte eyeshadows because I really need that definition with my eye shape. So I'm also happy to report that the powder eyeshadow from NARS that I applied on top of my liquid Lurex eyeshadows from Lisa is actually blending very well. It didn't clump up at all, and I'm also glad that they they work very cohesively together, and they created this very nice eyeshadow look. Now, as I've said earlier, the liquid eyeshadows from Lisa are a perfect eyeshadow product to use for one and done eyeshadows. So do not be scared with this. Play with it, because they are very, very playful, and they're very easy to work with. And I do have to say though is that I've been using liquid eyeshadows for the longest time, and I actually use them as an eye base. And these liquid Lurex eyeshadows feel very comfortable on the eyelid. I don't feel any added texture at all. I don't feel any tightness, and the dry down is actually very comfortable. So I'm so happy for this. Alright, so that's it for me today. If you have any more questions about all of the products that I use, please leave them down at the comments box, and let's have a conversation about this. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much for being here, and I hope that you're having a great holiday season at this time. Bye!